tutorial. It's about Blender Python API, and we will create these circular arrays of cubes. And yeah, let's get started. We start with a brand new file, so hopefully you can reproduce everything. So I put on my screencast keys so you can see what I'm typing. So we first start and we type here scripting. I try to put on here the screencast keys too, because it's get lost somehow. I don't know why. Yeah, now it works. So whenever you create something in Python, here in the Python console and here in the Python, I think it's called info window, but I'm not sure, you can see the command which you did. So example given, I Shift A, create a cube, and now you see here the command which makes this. And you can try it yourself. We move this by the side now here, and we paste the command in here, and watch this, we have another cube. So this is basically the command to create a cube. So now I'm going to delete this, and whenever you make any changes in Python, you basically always can copy the commands. Example given, if I now change here, example given, the Y location, of course it moves here, but the good thing is if I enter here a number, I can again see here what it does. So if I copy this command, so you can see it's says location from 1, this is a Y value. So if I want to change the X value, I just can take 0 here and then say maybe 2, then it will move up here in this direction. So let's try out. Oh, no, wrong direction. You see X is exactly opposite, so in this direction. Yeah, that's basically how you can change things in Python. So let's get started. First we have to create a new file. We name this file circular array. So we have now our text file, and the first command you always need is import ppy. This is nothing else but the Blender Python library which you need to access the Blender commands which you see, which you're using here. What you also can do in the console, it's pretty nice. You can press bpy dot and tap on the tab key, and then you see all the commands you can enter here, which is really helpful because if you don't know a command, you can look at it here. Okay, we start now by defining a function. Functions in Python begin with def and then the name. So our name is create circular array. Then you got in parentheses behind the name of the function, you can enter your parameters. And we need, what parameters do we need? We need a radius for our circle. We need a number of objects because we have to know how much boxes we will distribute in the circle. And of course we need an object which we want to use for the circle. So we enter object here too. Every function has to have after the parameters a colon, and then if you tap return, this editor will automatically indent this, and everything which is indented in the function will be used in the function, and if it's not indented anymore, it's in the main program. We first need the angel, and the angel is the one which describes the angle between two objects on the circle, and we have to calculate this. And because we have to calculate, we import library which contains our math objects, and this is the library called math. So this we just delete by the number of objects. So Oops, I wrote number of numbers, very clever. Number of objects, of course. I'm sorry for this. Number of objects. Now we have an angel between all objects. Now we make a loop for x in range number of objects. So we loop over all our objects we want to have of the number of objects which came in here. Now we create a new object. New object is our object we marked already, which we gave in here in the function, and we just copy this. So we have a copy of our original object. Now this object is copied in Blender but not in our scene. We have to put it in our scene, and therefore we need the following command: bpy context. Context is basically that what you are in right now and what you are using right now. So you can type in context here. Let's see what we have here. So all these commands are in context, but we need just our scene. So we type here scene. Oops, no, we don't write scene, we write scene. And these are the commands we can use in scene. And what we want is, we want the selected object. So scene, and there we want to access the collection. This is the collection we are writing, and then we want to access all the objects, and we want to add or link our object to it. So we type link new object. Now if you execute this function, it would appear here. Now we have to define the new location of our newly created object. So we say new object location equals math sinus sine from x times angel times radius. This is our x value. Math cosine x times angel times radius. This is our y value, and that is our 0 value. This was all for our function. Now we unindent, because now we are in the main function. And just to see something, when we look in the console, we write script started, so you know, okay, my script started now. Now we define a radius, and we take 26. Now we call our function. So we say create, and watch, you can press tab and he automatically knows that you want to call this function. I think it's pretty lazy and nice for lazy people like me, so you don't have to type it. And now we need an object, and this object is the actual active object, and this you can get by context bpy context, and I think it's active object. Yes, active object. So now we have fulfilled this object. Now we need a radius. We have already defined a radius, and now we need the number, and we take 26 in this case. And of course we close the parentheses, and now let's run the script. And boom, 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 we have a circular array, which is very nice. Well, of course, we could say, yeah, that's all, but we want to do a little bit more, so we just select all here, except our first cube, and we delete. And now we want to do a little bit more, so we comment out this line. And now we want to do a for loop. for radius in range 5 to 26. Oops. What am I typing here? I don't know. 5 to 26. And now we call our nice function here. No, wrong. Create circular array. And now we can, because I'm very lazy, I copy this. And then our radius from the loop. And now the integer value from our radius from the loop times 3, so that it looks good. And the number of objects are radius minus 4 times 4. And now 1. See this? This is pretty nice, I think. Pretty nice shape here. Yeah, this was it for this tutorial. I hope you had fun a little bit with it and learned something. And if you have questions, just feel free and ask me in the comments. Have fun. Bye.